steps of the Supreme Court moments after the decision was released, saying that the gun registry data in Quebec can be destroyed. With me is Claude Colgan. He's with the National Firearms Association. He's a gun owner. And let's remind viewers, Claude, you also have a personal connection to the incident that started the whole push for the gun registry, and that's your sister, Helene.
And the gun control in Canada. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So on all of those matters, people would assume, and I'm sure many of the media in there did assume today, that, oh, well, you're going to be on their side because they're always pushing for more gun control. It didn't happen that way.
No, it didn't happen. I think they were quite surprised. I can't believe that after 25 years, all the statistics, all the studies, they just don't get it.
I pushed Wendy Couquier in there because she was saying this decision will make Canadians and Quebecers less safe. And I pushed her and I said, but that's not true based on statistics. Look at Quebec versus Vermont's homicide rates. She didn't want to talk about that. She changed the subject and looked shaken as soon as she was presented with facts.
Yeah, exactly. They're relying on emotion, and they're heavily relying on the Montreal Massacre to push their anti-gun agenda. So it's the only thing they have left.
What do you say to Public Safety Minister Stephen Blaney, Prime Minister Stephen Harper? They're under pressure now to just hand over the gun registry data. That's the call from the Quebec government. They lost at court, so now they're saying, well, just be nice guys and give us the data.
Push the delete button. That's what I want. It's been 20 years. Now it's time the long gun registry. It's time to go.
Even if they did hand over the data, isn't so much of it out of date, or has it been in full effect and force in Quebec?
The Canadian gun owners have been under an amnesty since 2006. It's been 9 years.
Since the registry data has been effectively updated?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
It's been 9 years since it's been fully kept up to date, the registry data.
The guns that are bought by Quebecers outside of the province, they're not in the registry. The guns that gun owners trade between themselves, they are not in the registry.
So that data that Quebec has been pushing for is effectively useless.
It's obsolete.
So now we're going to be looking at Quebec having its own gun registry. They have the power and ability to do that. Do you think that they'll go ahead? They're in a time of budget cuts, of not having enough money for basic services. Do you think that they will go ahead with this?
I can't speak for themselves, but they've done stranger things.
This is true. Okay, let me end with this, Claude. The image portrayed by much of the media and by the gun control advocates is that Quebecers love gun control and they want more. And I heard Philippe Couillard, in response to the Prime Minister's very bland statements on guns being used for protection when you're away from police, Philippe Couillard came out and said, well, in Quebec we want fewer guns. Is that the reality of Quebec, or is that the political and media elite in places like Montreal?
The National Assembly of Quebec is totally disconnected from its population. There was a poll conducted about the declaration of the Prime Minister in Montreal. And the result of that poll, 13,000 people voted, 60% were with the Prime Minister.
All right. That tells you a lot.
It tells a lot.
All right, Claude, thanks so much.
Thank you, Brian.